Hey everybody, Mr. Gajewski here, and today we're going to talk about solving inequalities with variables on both sides. Let's jump into it right away. X is less than 3x plus 8. Now, typically I like working with variables that are positive, so I'm going to subtract the smaller one. So I have a positive 1 and a positive 3x. Let's go ahead and let's subtract x. Well, x minus x, that's going to give me 0 on the left-hand side, and 2x plus 8 on the right. Let's isolate the variable by subtracting 8. And then we're going to divide by 2. Negative 4 is less than x. And I like to write my variables on the left-hand side of my inequalities. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to flip everything. I'm going to put my x on the left. My less than becomes a greater than, and negative 4 ends up on the right-hand side. So negative 4 is less than x, or x is greater than negative 4. All right, my second example here, 6x minus 1 is less than or equal to 3.5x plus 4. And again, I want to collect my variables to one side, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to subtract the smaller of the variable terms. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to subtract 3.5x. All right, on the left-hand side, that's going to give me 2.5x minus 1 less than or equal to 4. I'm going to add 1 to get 2.5x by itself. 2.5x is less than or equal to 5. And lastly, I'm going to divide by 2.5 to get x is less than or equal to 2. And again, with any of these problems, if you want to do a check, go ahead and pick a number less than or equal to 2. Substitute it back into the equation, simplify, and if you did it right, you should get a true statement. Let's do 2 more examples here. Now, for some inequalities, they're going to be true no matter what value is substituted in for the variable. For some, we're going to get a false statement no matter what we substitute in. Let's take a look at a couple examples of those here. So x plus 5 is greater than or equal to x plus 3. I'm going to collect my variables to one side by subtracting x. That's going to give me 5 is greater than or equal to 3. Now I have a problem here. Well, not really. I'm just going to get a special answer. My variables canceled out. I don't have any more variables. So I'm going to get a special answer here. So just like an equation, if we get a true statement, that means my solution is all real numbers. And if I get a false statement, it means I have no solutions. So let's look here. Let's read this statement. 5 is greater than or equal to 3. Well, is 5 greater than or equal to 3? Yeah, it is. So this is a true statement. And what do we say when we have a true statement with no variables? We say our solution or our answer is all real numbers. We can also use the symbol for all real numbers. So no variables, true statement, all real numbers. Let's take a look at another example here. So in this one, I'm going to have to simplify the left-hand side before I collect my variables. So let's do 2 times x is 2x. 2 times a positive 3 is positive 6. Let's collect our variables to one side by subtracting 2x. And we get 6x is less than 5. So again, I have no variables, so I'm going to get a special answer here. So I need to read this statement. 6 is less than 5. And I'm going to ask myself, is this true or false? Well, is 6 less than 5? No, absolutely not. So this is a false statement. And what do I say as my answer when I get a false statement? Well, just like when we get a false statement of an equation, we say our answer is no solution. We can also use the symbol for no solution, a little circle with a backslash. Go ahead and circle your answer. All right, so that is solving inequalities with variables on both sides. So again, very similar to equations. Just remember, if you ever have to divide or multiply by a negative value to flip the sign, and if your variables ever cancel out, read the statement, ask yourself, is it true? If so, your solution is all real numbers. Or if you get a false statement, we say no solution. That is it for solving inequalities with variables on both sides. I hope that helps. If you have any questions, let me know, or I will see you next time.